Hello and welcome to EJ Sport. My name is Guy and these are my predictions for WWE Summerslam 2016. Now, I haven't done Raw or SmackDown for the past couple of weeks. Time pushed as well, but I'm just it was a bit meh, so I didn't really... A couple of things happened that was worthy of mention, but they kind of happened off camera and not really anything to write home about, but I'll cover that in the predictions. Now, there is a lot of predictions in SummerSlam. There's 3 in the pre-show and 10 in the main, so let's crack on. I'll start off with the pre-show, and as always, it's as it appears on the website, how they've scripted, and more often than not they change the sequence as it goes. So, starting off with American Alpha, Hype Brothers and the Usos versus Ascension, Breezango and the Vaudevillains. Who cares who wins? This is a repeat of a match that happened on SmackDown, and there's no investment in this. I think they might start off with a face win. Let's hope so. The Sami Zayn and Neville versus the Dudleys. This was announced very last minute. I think that... yeah, who cares? Sami Zayn and Neville probably. I think Dudleys have become jobbers of recent, and I think this will also start the spell or the continuing storyline that maybe there might be a split between the Dudleys because there's been some communication issues recently, but we'll see how that progresses. Cesaro versus Sheamus, match 1 of 7. I think Sheamus will get the upper hand to begin with because I think Cesaro is more over than Sheamus with the fans. We'll see how that goes. If Cesaro takes a lead, it might mean there might be a shutout, but we'll see. I think in order to make a best of 7 series watchable, you kind of want to find out whether the face is going to continue on and fight back to be the winner at the end, or whether they're going to put the heel over. But so I have Sheamus winning the first 1 of 7. Now the main show, you've got Carmella, Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Alexa Bliss. There was a 3rd member to that team, that was Eva Marie. She has been suspended for the wellness policy. There was also Alberto Del Rio and also Paige that got suspended via the wellness policy. Now, to be fair, there were some people saying that this might be a work. I don't think that the WWE would make light of something as serious as their wellness policy, but I've got my issues with the wellness policy. I can cover that in another video, but this is going to be a long video as it is. So, I've actually got a heel win. I think Natty and Alexa will win in some way. Whether or not that will have some sort of... Maybe Eva Marie's titles will get played and it will be some sort of feature and they'll get distracted and it'll be a roll-up letdown of an opening match for a women's match, I know. But they'll do it before, they'll do it again, because they don't really give the women the fair amount of wrestling that they should have. Next match is the Intercontinental Champion title bout between The Miz and Apollo Crews. I've got The Miz. Apollo Crews hasn't got a personality and he doesn't have the charisma to be a title holder at the moment. And The Miz is a genuine heel. He is a good heel, and I think that having the Intercontinental Champion, having a heel, is just the way to go at the moment until they can establish better stars to take that. Next match, we've got Enzo and Cass versus Jericho and Kevin Owens. I don't know where that's going. I sincerely hope that there is going to be some sort of communication and breakup. Kevin Owens deserves more. I don't know whether it's going to lead to a feud between those two and then take that on to Survivor Series, but I genuinely think that Kevin Owens is better than having this match, so I think that Enzo Cass will win. They have had a lot of push from the company recently, and I think that's the way they're going with them. And maybe not title contenders, but we'll have to see, because I think they're on SmackDown. So we'll have to see as to how that pans out. Actually, I think they'll be on Raw, won't they? But there you go. But yeah, so we'll see how that pans out, and see how that progresses the storyline. The next one is the tag team titles. A lot of tag matches this SummerSlam, which is a bit unusual. And the New Day versus the Club. I think the New Day spell as tag team champions are coming to an end. I think they were much better heels. I think that they were better as a heel team, and as much as they weren't generating a lot of heat as a heel team, they knew how to annoy people, and that it was went in their favour that they were deliberately trying to be annoying. Now they're trying deliberately to be over with the fans, and I think it's run its course. I kind of spelled this out a long time. A lot of these matches I kind of predicted anyway in previous videos, but you can watch those and see that one. But gone with the Club. The lead up to the actual match of this is actually showing that the Club is starting to become a little bit more dominant, and I sincerely hope that they do follow through and have the Club be the title champions. Next is Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. I think Charlotte is going to retain. Wouldn't be much of a pedigree of a champion, or even legitimacy of her champion reign, if she lost it in the next title bout she faced with Charlotte. It was the importance of keeping out that annoying, what's her name, the lady that just can't wrestle, Dana Brooke, that's it, yeah. Then there was, next bout is Rusev versus Reigns, and that's for the US title. Now, I've got fingers crossed. I've got Rusev retaining. Again, he's a good heel. I think heels at the moment are normally the ones that take it at SummerSlam, and I think that it normally is sort of like a either or, and you will normally have the heels just outweigh it in history. Go back, have a look. But yeah, so if Roman Reigns wins it, this is where my issue with the wellness policy comes in. If you violate that policy and you're punished for that, and you get the thing stripped off you, you don't then come back and 30 days later you're all of a sudden you're the US champion again. If that's not how you reward your wrestlers, I sincerely hope they don't put the title on him. I really think that Rusev wins by submission or whatever he wins by, but I genuinely think that Rusev should do it, and that's what I'm going with. The next is John Cena versus AJ Styles. Wow, that's still got 4 left. John Cena versus AJ Styles. I've said in my previous prediction videos that it was going to spell a win for John Cena at SummerSlam, but generally before on the go home version of Raw or SmackDown, you have normally the person that's the stronger that appear stronger to lose, and it did look like John Cena came out on top on that altercation between them and AJ Styles. So by that precedent, you should think that AJ Styles will win at SummerSlam. I think he should. I really do. I think that he probably needs it more than John Cena at the moment. But big match, John. I think John Cena will probably take it and pin him. Next one is Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE title. Look, there's no chance, to quote the great Vince McMahon, no chance in hell is Dolph Ziggler winning that title. I think they just ran out of ideas. They needed to create some sort of animosity somewhere for someone to have a title bout about at SummerSlam. And Dolph Ziggler draw the short straw because they knew that they were never going to win. Dean Ambrose was going to hold the title until they can start a proper storyline after SummerSlam, because there was a short time between the draft and the pay-per-view. So so Dolph Ziggler, no chance. I've gone with Dean Ambrose, and I'm going to talk about it now. All right, Dave wants me to talk about this. When Dean Ambrose does the dirty deeds, he gestures to try and clasp his hands together to pull off the dirty deeds. When you see him actually execute the dirty deeds, he never actually needs to put his hands together to do it. So, in vain, to try and make you believe he's trying to pull off the dirty deeds, he tries to put his hands together. But when he actually executes it, he never puts it together. So, why does he do it? Happy now? Okay, got the nod of approval from Dave. So, the new Universal title, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Now, part of me wants Seth Rollins to have it, part of me wants Finn to have it. Finn has it, I hope it's a heel turn, he joins the club. Also, if Finn has it, it would be great. It would be great to have WWE put their trust in new talent that they've just brought up from NXT, and it to be absolutely refreshing. On the other hand, Seth Rollins, he's a great champion. Like him or love him, love him or hate him, he is a good champion. He's good on the mic. He's heel or face. He's a good champion, and I think Raw could probably deal with Seth Rollins right about now. Or going forward, I think that creating a better storyline was getting Finn to turn heel, reunite with the club. Go for. I think that's what, as a wrestling fan, that's what I'd like to happen. But you're probably saying just pick one, so I'm going to pick Seth Rollins. I think Finn probably won't get the title that quick. Now the build is the main event is Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Now, wellness. I'm gonna put away the size of the wrestlers and put away the who's good and who's face and blah. If you violated a policy about drug use and you've done it twice, you generally aren't going to have mainstream stuff until you can prove that you're trustworthy again. Randy Orton's done that twice. He's been banned twice for his breach of the wellness policy. Brock Lesnar hasn't been banned, part of the wellness policy, but has been found guilty of drug taking, performance enhancing drugs, whatever, by a governing body in America that do drug testing on MMA fighters. The WWE have said it has no impact on them, so therefore they don't see anything wrong with it and will not be punishing Brock. So the fact that they're not punishing him, and the fact that he's the golden boy, he only really wrestles maybe once, maybe 3 times a year, do you really think that with a person that doesn't really have much of sway in the WWE, and somebody who's the golden boy and can't be touched because they won't ban him, do you really think he's going to be losing? Nope, it's going to be Randy. The thing is, part of me wants Randy to send a message to Brock, or if WWE actually do something radical and give Randy a bit of a push, does he really need it? No, Randy's probably got all the movement and motion he needs to be able to go forward and do other storylines. genuinely think Brock is going to win. He's going to me, I think he's going to destroy him. And RKO or not, from out of nowhere, it doesn't equate to a 1, 2, 3. Plenty of people have kicked out an RKO, so I don't see why Brock wouldn't be one of those people. So that concludes all of the predictions. I know there was a lot. I know this is a long video, but there was a lot to do. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and thanks very much for watching.